You ready? Can you say hi? Good smile. My name is Brittany and this is my helper Luke, and we are making some dog treats. Well, we'll see how it goes. So these are not for human consumption. If you see, him picking his nose and then grabbing something, it's just going to the dog, so it's fine. And we are also gonna talk about if you've lost some hope for healing, specifically how I relate it to is headaches, because I used to get really bad headaches, and I had them for a long time, for years, like daily chronic headaches, and I had lost a lot of my hope for healing them. And now I don't really have headaches anymore. I definitely don't have chronic headaches anymore. And so in case you've lost your hope for something like that or similar, I want to give you some helpful thoughts to get your hope back. And I have my recipe here and my blog post here that I'm talking about today, so I don't forget everything. So we'll see how this goes. So the first thought, and this is something that would always get me caught up in, is that you're not at square one. Here, Luke, I'm gonna put these in here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Can you put these in here? Look, we're gonna dump it like this. Can you do that? You ready? Oh, good job! Nice work! You wanna smash them? These are blueberries. You can't see. Okay, we're gonna go like this. Can you keep doing that? Good job. How much blueberry juice is gonna get everywhere right now? So the first thought, you're not at square one. That was something that my brain would often like to resort to, is that I would go to a doctor and we would do something and it wouldn't help me, and I'd be like, here we go, I'm at square one, I gotta start over again. And I started to see, and I didn't really see this until I started seeing a little bit of progress or success. I started to realize that it wasn't that I was at square one. It was that each let's say I was going to a doctor and whatever they were trying to help me with, it didn't work. Then instead of saying, good job, where are you going?
Home.
Away?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now we're on the counter.
Wow.
Okay, so something that I would often resort to, or feeling like a thought that I would have when I tried something and it didn't work, was I'm at square one. I'm starting all over again. And I started to realize that whenever I would try something and it didn't work, let's say I would go to a doctor or try a new product and it didn't work, I realized that I wasn't starting all over. Like if we were driving and I hit a dead road, I didn't have to go all the way back to the beginning. It was more like the road ended, but I could go right or left. So I wasn't having to start over again. I was just, having to pivot and go one way or the other. And I was still getting closer to my destination. So each dead end, oops, got your fingers. Each dead end led me to, led me to the next right decision or the next move that got me a little bit closer each time. So it's not that I was starting back at square one. It's more like I was at step 86 and I just didn't know how many steps there were, So that hopefully will encourage you. Okay, Luke. We need 3/4 cups of oats. So, oops, we're starting the dishwasher now. Maybe it'll turn off. Okay. We need... All right, Luke, you ready? We did a rough chop, add the blueberries. Okay, you ready? Okay, that's gonna go in here. Can you dump it? Good job. Nice work. There's one. The thing is, he's gonna want to keep going and dumping and dumping and dumping. He helps us feed the dogs now, and he just wants to keep doing it again and again and again. And we're like, they have enough food. They're good. They would like him to keep feeding him. There's two. Good job. Okay, one more. Notice how Joni is sitting so nicely. Let's show them Joni here. Just sitting. She's like, wait, are we giving out food now? Joni is our new puppy. She is, what, like 4 months now? Okay, here you go. Can you dump it? Good job. Yeah, so I call them the twins because I feel like I have 2 twin toddlers. Oops, we're starting it. We're really starting it. Oops, don't go. Okay. All right. Good job, Luke. Now, oh shoot, we need eggs. And flour. Add the flour. We can do flour. We might have to only do part of it and then have you take a nap, and then they'll magically be done when you wake up from your nap. Pretty cool, huh? You want to stir? Here, let's stir it. Okay. Next thought is, here you go, Lukey. You stir it like this. Nice. Whoopsies. You want to put it back where it goes? Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can put it back in there. Perfect. Good job. Okay, the next thing is your brain only reminding you of the negative? Because I know that our brains like to keep us safe, and when they do that, they can't keep us safe. Get down. They can't keep us safe if we're trying something new that they don't really know what's gonna happen, right? So let's say that something big and scary is gonna happen, or unknown. Our brain is like, whoa, this doesn't seem safe, so it's gonna prevent us from doing it. Okay, leave that there. Flour. You ready to do flour, Lukey? Yeah, that's to leave that in there. I'm feeling like Mom might need to do the rest because otherwise all of this is gonna end up on the floor. I don't really like big messes. You feel me? Yeah, okay, I have an idea. We're going to pause and get you some milk. You want to have some milk? Okay, I'm back. All right, so when I see people, I mean by people, I mean us, because we're the ones in the camera. Okay, honestly, we got this little tower for him in last Christmas, and I love it. I just haven't used it very much. Yeah. Okay, and I'm one to like look ahead at when Christmas is coming. I'm like, what are some things he's gonna need for the next year that I don't have to buy for him? Okay, so the second one that I don't think I got to yet was, is your brain only reminding you of the negative? So a lot of times our brain likes to keep us safe, and if we do something and it doesn't work, and then we go do something again that's new or we don't know what's gonna happen, our brain is like, that is not gonna keep you safe, and that might not work out well for you. Let me remind you of all the reasons why. Let me remind you. Really? Let me remind you of all the reasons why you shouldn't do that, because that doesn't sound safe to me, which is fine. But if we know about that, then it'll help us remember when we have those automatic thoughts. and we're aware of that, we can know, okay, maybe the first like 5 or 10 thoughts we have might be negative, and then let's think of the other positives that we have. And I talked in my blog post about how when I started to like write things down or really reflect on the progress I made, I did see progress. Whereas when I just initially thought of it, or if I went to try something new, or let's say I went to a doctor, I didn't get any answers, and I was looking for another doctor, and I was like, gosh, like this isn't even gonna work. Why should I try? I should just give up now. And once I thought about it for a while, I could think about, okay, 10 years ago, I had no idea how to even start this, like more of like a natural way. I only knew how to use medication for it. And now I know of people that I could go to. I know of doctors I could go to. And my headaches are like, there's kind of a pattern with them that I didn't really notice before. So when I started to think about all those things, I did see there was progress. It might have been small, but there was progress, and there was positive things to see. So don't just think about, or just be aware that your first like 5 or 10 thoughts are probably always going to be negative. So acknowledge those, and then keep thinking about more things, and maybe even write them down, and you'll start to see the progress and the positives. Yeah, to help you keep going and bring some hope back. Okay, so and I don't know if I said this, but the more you write down, the more you'll remember too. And I did a whole blog post about how writing down things really has so many benefits, and just one of those is just you'll remember things more, and you'll have things to reflect back on, and think, especially when you have a journey like headaches to go through, and you can think about like where you were and how far you've come, even if you're not seeing the progress at first. And then the last thing is what I wrote in this blog post is, could they be your superpower? And when I was having all of these headaches, I never would have said that. But now that I'm kind of on the other side, when I do get a headache, sometimes I do have the thought of like, oh no, I got a headache. I'm going to get a headache like every single day now. This is going to be horrible. And it doesn't happen. It's just my brain getting worried. But I have started to see that when I get a headache, I can pretty much pinpoint exactly, or at least like 3 or 4 different things of why I'm getting that headache. And it is almost like my body's way of telling me. I've always considered my body to be like really extra sensitive. But I'm kind of noticing that it's my body's way of giving me like a warning, like, hey, this is off, check into this and this. And I almost find it more of like a superpower now, because I feel like it's my body's way of warning me and telling me things before they get worse, or before something even bad happens. For example, one thing that usually is off is minerals. Like I maybe didn't get minerals the day before, or I'm not getting enough. I noticed when I was pregnant, I needed to like double the minerals I was taking. And so my body communicates with me really well by letting me know about those headaches. And it helps me listen and pay attention to it really well. So it can almost be your superpower of like letting you know what's going on. And the more you keep trying doctor after doctor, product after product, you'll start to really know what does and doesn't work for you. And you'll be really in tune with your body as you go through this more and more of what it needs and doesn't need. So that can be kind of cool. It can be hard, and I know I'm not trying to take away from how awful it is, because I know how terrible it is, but it can be clues to help you know what's going on, and not everyone has those clues. Sometimes, they end up in more drastic measures. So, just one other thing to think of. Those are my 3 ideas. You're not at square one. Is your body or your brain only reminding you of the negatives? And is it your superpower? Is it something that is giving you clues that not everybody has? And just reminding you to not lose hope. You are getting closer, and keep fighting the good fight, because I'm sure that God is teaching you a lot throughout this process, while painful. You'll learn a lot, and it will be something that you can look back on and maybe help others with the things that you learn and figure out. It'd probably be something that another person is gonna need to hear later on, and you just don't know it right now. So I hope that's helpful. I hope it brings you some more hope. I'll have to share a picture of the cookies that we actually finished for the dogs. And thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your day.